This is Soph,
This is Rich.
and we are from
Across
across the
the
pond.
pond. Hi, Rich.
Hey, you know what the day is?
I know.
How was your weekend?
Can you go first? Because I put a tic-tac in before we started. Sorry.
My weekend was all right. I have to say I was a little eggy last night
Right?
because I went to try to watch the boxing match on pay-per-view,
Mm-hmm.
but you couldn't. You could, but you would have to subscribe to ESPN Plus,
You
and
couldn't
I
just
wasn't
buy
doing it.
you just couldn't buy one fight.
Nope. You had to do it and you had to subscribe to. So I end up watching the highlights and reading the, play by play.
Anything before we get to that? Anything else you done this weekend?
No.
No. Okay. Only because I can talk about the fight because I watched it. So
I know.
now you know.
I know.
Is there anything else you want to talk about this weekend? No?
No. Oh,
Okay.
our friend Jay Reese texted me last night and said that he did watch Passing and was blown away.
Well, I watched another film yesterday, but I've still got a couple of days to watch it, and I'm on it like a car bonnet. Might even watch it tonight. Who knows?
On that new TV.
Anywho, so anyway, last night. Well, first of all, let me tell you about the weekend first. I've had a lovely weekend. Went to my mum's on Saturday with Alfie. We went to the farm shop round the corner from her. They've got all the whole Christmas set up there. He went on a couple of rides. My mum won Hook a Duck and got him a car. We all had a lovely time. I did want to see my mum because she's going in for a nose operation tomorrow because she broke her nose playing hockey. Yeah. The cartilage has gone under the bone, so they need to crack it back or do something to it. And they've told her she's not going to be able to see for 2 days.
Oh,
so anyway,
that's going to hurt.
That is before that. Hurt. So we did that, and then today me and Alfie went for a walk along the river called the lake, Dorney Lake. It's called. That was very nice. So yeah, we had a lovely weekend. I am really tired because I did have a night of boxing. So here, there was loads of fights on last night. An absolutely brutal fight. This UK guy called Aziz. OMG, like sometimes
I'm so jealous.
The referees. I'm going to have to try and send you the link because it was absolutely brutal. Like sometimes the referee stops the fight and you're like, what? Why? Like there was plenty of time. Totally the opposite way around. This guy the ref should have stopped the fight way before. I can't remember what round it was, but it was like, I don't know, say 6 or 7. Aziz punched him. So the guy went onto the ropes and he just kept punching him. So mate, his eyes split like a big, you thought our eye was bad, big old socket, blood everywhere. And I thought the ref's going to stop it because the ref was literally stood right there so he could see everything. I thought he's going to stop it now. He didn't. Mate, he stepped punch like this to the point where when he stopped to take a breath, the guy whose face was everywhere went like this. Like, oh, no more. So the ref was like, okay, stop. He should have way stopped it before that. When you watch it back, his whole face is everywhere. Then they get a chair in to sit him on, and he's just like, he was done. That ref definitely should have got a slap on the wrist. He should have stopped it before that.
No, that's what we pay to see.
I know, but when it's like that, I reckon one more punch. That was mate life or death for matey. Anyway, let's get to the important. There was another fight, but you're gonna laugh. I don't know how to pronounce matey's name. The main event on that boxing card.
Terence Crawford.
No, the one before that. It was Rickapaw or something, but that was a good fight. He won. Yay to him. Anyway, what I don't understand is Crawford and Porter, right? They're both American stars. So why did I get to watch it as part of my TV package on this side of the pond, but you had to
I don't know. I was so sick and eggy I went to bed.
Well, anyway, I'll talk you through the fight. It was great, right? They were toe to toe, like you couldn't call it. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I did watch it after the fact.
I did put a bet on Crawford winning in round 6. So when it got to when it got to round 5, I was like, oh, juicy. Got past round 6 and I was like, meh, there goes my pound. Anyway, got to round 10 and he knocked Matey down twice. He knocked Porter down twice. And the second time he knocked him down, obviously the ref was like, timeout, went to do the whole 1, 2, and his team chucked the towel in.
Well, you know, his trainer is his dad.
Right. But
so his dad was like, you're not going to beat my son to death.
Oh, yeah. This is where it's a fine line, because I get that. But he probably wouldn't have won, let's be honest. But I definitely know he had more steam in him than that. And you say you was eggy because you didn't watch the fight. He was bloody eggy, punching the ring, you know, like saying, what, you know. He had a cut on his eye, what was bleeding. But yeah, he was eggy.
Oh man, I was sick because I wanted to watch that fight so bad. It was like the fight of the century.
And you know what? You know, I always moan about Alfie getting up so early. I was so grateful this morning because my boxing card here finished at 11, and it said that one. You know, they have all them other fights before it, don't they? So that one started at 2.
Undercard.
Yeah, that's it. That started at 2, and I thought, well, there's no way that's not going to be on till then. So I went to sleep. Alfie woke up at 4, turned it on, just started. I was like, yes.
So Alfie was your alarm clock. Oh, no. I'm jealous. Because I stayed up waiting for, and then as soon as I put it on, it said to buy the fight. And I was like, oh yeah, I can buy the fight. And it said for membership for you can get the fight and a membership to ESPN.
I ain't being funny.
I don't want ESPN Plus.
I would have streamed it to you, but you didn't answer.
I tried every single avenue.
Didn't any of the fellas get it?
No, because nobody has ESPN Plus.
Well, you best.
If it was on Showtime, I would. If it was like the Canelo fight and it was like regular pay-per-view, I would have got it. Wow. On to better news.
Today is Serious Sunday.
Serious.
And we have a guest we're waiting for. I feel like she's an absolute celebrity. Like, she's got something like 800,000 followers on TikTok. Mm-hmm. And the same on Instagram. And I'm sure, I'm not being rude, I'm sure that it's literally through social media that she's got those, you know, like she's not a famous person as in a celebrity, but to me she is.
To us.
Yeah, to us. Yeah, we're just waiting for her to come in. She's coming in a couple of minutes. Her name's Lisa, but she's also known as the Yorkshire Peach. I don't want to say anything else until she's on, because I just don't want to give it away.
She is very delightful, and we are looking forward to interviewing her.
But yeah, but this is the thing we were just saying before we came live. She is the first guest that neither of us know. Like, before that, every other guest we've had, they're either from this side or that side of the pond. You know, one of us or both of us know the person. We're going in blind.
We're going in blind, and
I'm actually really nervous.
She fits right in. She fits right into our program.
That's right. That's why we invited her. But I'm actually really nervous. Before she comes, have you got questions? Like, have you got questions ready that you want to ask her, or are you just winging it?
I'm winging it as usual.
That's how we roll.
That's how we roll. That's just how we roll.
Just how we roll.
Can we tell a little bit about her? Can
we can't. This is the thing. I feel like we can't say anything without giving it away. The only thing we can say is that she literally is our show in a person. That's the only thing I can think to say.
That was a good analogy. Well, what's her hold up? She needs to hurry up.
Well, it's not 8 o'clock yet. It's not time for her to come in yet. That's why.
She's got a minute. She's got a minute till.
I'm going to ask her if I can take a selfie of us when we're talking before she goes.
Do I have time to run and get a beverage?
No, you haven't got time. Sorry, love. You should have been on that way before. That's your fault.
I need a beverage.
Well, tough. This is not a good. Do you know what you need actually for that office? You need like a mini fridge. Like you can just slip it under.
Don't tempt me, because when we leave today, I'm moving the office around.
Why?
I just want to change my office around.
Okay, well, that's my suggestion. Get a mini fridge in there and you wouldn't find yourself in this situation.
I have a
She's
mini
here.
fridge.
Oh my gosh, she's here.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
Why am I so nervous?
Why are you?
I'll press the button. Now we wait. She's here.
She is here. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yes. Can you hear
Do you
me?
know what? We're so
Yes.
excited to have you here.
Oh, am I grainy? I don't know if I need to.
Oh no, you're fine.
You
You're
were fine.
Yeah.
And we've tried
You guys look
not to
super
tell
clear.
people too much about you because we didn't want to give it away. But you're like a celebrity, like a social media celebrity.
No.
Yes,
Not
you
at
are
all.
a social media star in our eyes.
And you are literally
that's so kind.
our whole show in a person. So basically, let me get this right. You are American and then you moved to the UK.
That's it. Yeah. So I've been here about 8 years, originally from Columbus, Georgia, which is, most people don't really know Columbus. So I just say Atlanta because people automatically think it's Columbus, Ohio, because Columbus, Ohio is much more known than Columbus, Georgia.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, you know that, Rich. So we're about 90 miles south in Columbus, Georgia. Yeah, but I've been in Leeds for 8 years.
You're in Leeds now?
Yeah.
Why did you call yourself the Yorkshire Peach? I assumed you'd be in Yorkshire.
Well, Leeds is Yorkshire.
Is it? Oh my God, I'm in the UK. That's really bad. That's bad geography on my part.
Smack down in the middle, yes.
Okay, so Yorkshire Peach was better than Leeds Peach. Okay, I've been to Leeds once on a hen do. What made you move to the UK?
Yes.
My husband is
women
from
always
there.
move for a man.
I know.
A man.
Hey, did you ever watch the show Catastrophe?
Oh yeah, you
Why does that sound familiar?
It's on Netflix.
It's on Amazon Prime here. It's
Sorry.
about a young lady who marries a guy from England and she moves to England from America.
Oh no, I'll need to watch it then.
Yeah, you should watch it.
It's called Catastrophe. It is hilarious.
Did you
Oh wait. Yes, I have seen it. It's great. Yeah. It's fantastic. It's really good.
Did you meet your husband in the States or over here?
Neither one. So we met in Scotland, actually, in Edinburgh on a business trip. Yeah. So we were both in financial services at the time, a different lifetime ago, and yeah, we were both there visiting the same client. I was working for an American company based in Columbus, and he was working for a company that one of their big offices was in Edinburgh, and we met like in a due diligence session, really businessy type thing.
Aww.
And
love at first sight.
And I would say so.
Oh, I love a good love story.
I would say so, something like that.
Oh,
something like that. Yeah. So
he didn't want to move to the States.
Well, kind of a long story, but it's quite, even when you're married, our predicament was quite interesting, but it's much harder. I fell pregnant like completely unplanned. And we were kind of in the process of doing the visa process for the UK, for him, for the US, but it's quite intense and really hard. And I was just getting very pregnant. We were like, we've got to go back. He's like, we got to go back to England so I can go to work. Like, the baby's going to come. Like, we've got to go. So I think the plan was always to kind of quickly go back to America, but then things changed and here we are. So I think in a couple of years, we've been talking about recently, I think in a couple of years, we might venture back across the pond.
Oh,
Oh,
and we
yeah?
need to know, what is the most thing you miss the most about the States?
The sun. Without a
Rich
doubt.
asks me all the time, is it always raining there? And I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, because you know why? Every time we
Define
talk,
rain. It's like,
yeah, every time I talk, it's either gray or it's raining.
yeah,
It looks
yeah,
so dreary there.
yeah. What we don't have in weather, we make up for in healthcare. That's what I like to say.
Yeah, yeah. And I must agree, that is true.
Yeah, yeah,
Healthcare there is 3 times better than here.
I can't
yeah. It's
seem to
pretty
get my
cool.
head around the fact that in America they have drive-through banks. Like,
Mm.
oh,
Yeah, totally.
We have
I was
drive-through
kind of shocked.
everything.
Yeah, drive through everything. Yeah, I was shocked when I actually had to get out of my car and go to an ATM machine, like walk to an ATM machine, find somewhere to park, which so if you know in this country is an ordeal in its
oh
own.
God, yeah.
Pouring down rain, find somewhere to park, get out of the car, and go stand in line to use an ATM. When Rich, I was used to just doing drive-through ATMs.
Yeah, you just drive right through
Just drive
and
right
do,
through.
do, 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 do.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
find that
And
so
if you need to do
bizarre.
like a transaction, we have Sophie, like it would probably blow your mind if you saw one, but we have like these tubes that you put the little slip through and it goes under the ground in like a pipe and the girl gets the tube and she
Yeah,
puts it back to your car. Yeah,
yeah,
it's like to a British person that's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
like
literally have
what
only just
tube?
started getting drive-through Costa coffee. Never mind anything
Yeah.
else.
I know. There's a new one here in Leeds, and I was really excited about it. I was like, "Oh, drive-through coffee, amazing! Yes,
So
yes."
what was the first thing that was culture shock for you when you went to England from America?
Uh, the space, the space, was probably first. Um, just as far as like just what I saw, you know what I mean? I was just like,
Yeah.
wow, there's so many people packed in here. I didn't realize how, because obviously, as you know, so all of the UK would fit in the size of Texas with room to spare.
Yes.
Yeah, and so just like but there's so many of us packed over here, and so it's just like I can remember driving down one street with my husband, and I was just like, "Oh, is that a house party?" He was like, "No, this is just the street. Like this is people live here." So Rich, what you would think, like if you drove past, you would think, "Why are there so many people outside that house? Like there must be a house party." My husband's just
Yeah.
like, "No, people are just parked because that's where their little driveways are just for one car, so they don't have double drives, Rich. So they just
Oh,
have
wow.
it's like a one car drive. So if you have more than two people with a car in the house, which you usually do, they all park on the street. So my husband was just like, "There's no party." Like, so it's just like this is how we park. It's
Oh,
just
wow.
mad. So that just blew my mind. There's just so many people everywhere.
How have you
um,
found the drive-in?
Versus
no,
here.
don't. Oh, don't. Oh my gosh, absolutely. It took me, so I took lessons for like 2.5 years, which is ridiculous. You're only supposed to take lessons for like 6 months, because they let you drive for a year on your tourist visa. So I came over and they let you drive around, which should be totally illegal because I don't know how I'm still alive or my child. Oh my God. I was just driving around on the wrong side of the road, no clue as to what was going on. So I finally got some lessons because I knew I had to take my test. And oh, I was just shocked at how much you actually had to learn how to know how to drive. Because in the States, like, well, we're talking, gosh, how old was I? So we're talking, gosh, I was 15 years old. I'm almost 40. I was 15, 16 years old. So this has been quite a while ago. But we didn't
Yeah.
leave the parking lot when we took my test. Like, I buckled up, I turned on the thing. He was like, those are the wipers, that's the blinkers. Yeah, you passed. It was just really
Oh
easy.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
we
telling
didn't
the
even get on
truth.
the actual road.
Well,
And
they
so here,
now they
oh,
do parallel parking first. They
all
changed
right.
it all
Okay.
up. They used to do you do your written exam first. If you pass that, then you do the driving exam. And then with the driving exam, you do parallel parking first. If you don't pass parallel parking, you don't even get out the parking lot.
All right. Okay. Well, that's a little bit better then. I didn't even have to parallel park. I
Oh
just had to
my
pull
God.
in front ways, which is why I still
Yeah.
can't to this day. And in the UK, being able to parallel park is almost a necessity, and I can't do it. It's awful.
I always reverse
Awful.
park so that whenever I finish doing what I could do, I just get in and drive straight. None
Yeah,
of
it's a
this
very British
driving.
thing to always reverse in. My husband always reverses in. I never do, and I regret
So
it
do
when I
I.
leave as
Yeah,
well.
that's the thing. It seems like a good idea at the time, or we can get in quickly. But then when you've got to leave, you're like, ooh,
Now
Ooh, yeah,
we are both foodies here. So
massive.
what food
same.
do you miss here versus
Oh,
what food do you miss?
I miss. Well, it's a weird one because you can find a good steak in the UK. It's just a lot harder to find a good steak, Rich. And then like once you find it, you have to pay a ton of money for it. Whereas at home, you could just go to Outback,
Yeah,
Outback Steakhouse, and for sort
yeah,
of 9.99, as you know, 9.99, you can get an Outback special, which comes with a baked potato, salad, and free bread, all
yeah.
for $10, and that's amazing. Here, that kind of meal, that size meal, and that quality of steak would cost you what, so 30, 40,
Yeah, at the
I'd
minimum,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, 30, 40 quid. And
Wow.
yeah. So it's just like so a good steak for cheap price. I miss that. I miss the awful waffle. I must admit, I miss the
Hold
Waffle
on,
House.
awful waffle. What's that?
Waffle
Well,
House.
the Waffle House, we just call it the awful waffle
Oh,
because it's just kind of like it's like a
Waffle
greasy spoon.
House.
So it's like our version of your version of a greasy spoon, but it would be like waffles and hash browns and our version of bacon and everything greasy.
Yes.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. And they're open
Diner food.
24 hours. Yeah,
Rich can't
yeah.
seem to get his head round that we don't get a biscuit when we go to KFC with our chicken.
Oh God, I know. Rich, I was absolutely mortified. I was like, no, 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 where are the
Yeah.
biscuits? I
I
know,
went and
there's no
got
biscuits.
so I was like, she was like, I was like, yeah, you get chicken and a biscuit, 3-piece. She was like, you don't get a biscuit. We were like,
What's
what?
a like a
No.
biscuit to me is a rich tea or a digestive,
Yeah,
rich
yeah. No,
is
no, no. It's
totally
it is
different.
an American biscuit is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And people think that they're
Yes.
like scones, but
But
they're
that's
not
what
really
they
like
look like
scones.
when he
They
shows
look
it to
like a
me.
scone,
Yeah, that's all it
but
looks like.
it doesn't
And
taste like a
it's really, really nice.
And to be honest,
so
this
nice.
is
Really, really nice.
this is how our show started. We
Oh,
met like we found you on TikTok, and then we started sending each other boxes of treats to do reviews on
yeah,
TikTok.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, what is that thing you sent me? A cookie in a brownie.
Oh, a brookie.
Oh my god.
Oh
A
yeah, yeah,
brownie
yeah,
and a
yeah.
cookie together.
Amazing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, we
So
don't have anything like that here. And I was like, oh my god, that is just great. He
yeah,
wasn't a fan of
yeah.
Twiglets. Are you a Twiglet fan?
No, awful. They're awful, aren't they, Rich?
Yes.
Terrible. It
Oh,
tasted like a burnt ashtray.
Oh
ah.
Oh,
I
grim.
told you.
no, it's when we
I,
try
I,
like,
I feel happy now that I'm not the only one.
No,
oh
no, but
no.
I miss hot wings quite a bit. Hot wings where I'm from. What state are you in, Rich?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Okay, cool. Well, you still have good hot wings, but like the hot wings in the States are just amazing. Especially like down south, they're just so crispy and nice. But here you just don't get it's just not a big thing, hot wings. You're just not a
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just wouldn't have a hot wing like
So is it bone in or boneless?
both. I like both, but it's just not a thing here. Like you,
Mm.
you were just not going to find it on a menu here, much less like just a hot wing restaurant. It's just not going to
I've
exist
never
over here.
even heard of a boneless wing. Never mind seeing it on a menu. Wings always have
I
got bones
know,
in.
Rich. I know his mouth is like, oh, boneless. I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
would lose it. Now she told me about this fizzy lemonade.
Lemonade is fizzy
oh
here,
God,
right?
don't. I know. Well,
She's like,
okay, Rich. No, let me just no. Okay. So lemonade to Rich and I is well, it's homemade like sort of lemonade with lemons, and you boil the water and you add your sugar, and
But
it's
that's
it's
just lemon
lemonade.
squash. That's lemon squash.
No, that's lemonade. And then the stuff that you're talking about is Sprite.
Yeah,
What
well,
Rich
you
and I
do have
would call
Sprite, but
Sprite.
I've tried to explain to
oh
Richard it's a bit like
wow.
Sprite. And then I said to him, oh, we have cloudy lemonade. And he's like, what's cloudy lemonade?
Honey lemonade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so confusing. So yeah. So they would say cloudy lemonade for our regular lemonade. I think,
But
wouldn't you
even
say?
our
Oh.
cloudy lemonade is fizzy.
It can be. Yeah, it
Mm.
can be both. But yeah, so they would say lemonade, and they would mean what we would consider Sprite. But they'll have all these different brands that it's not just Sprite that do Sprite. So they'll be just like
Like
a
Schweppes
grocery
or
like
R
Public.
White.
It'll just say Publix lemonade on it. It's just like the brand.
How have you
Yeah.
found the difference in portion size when it comes to food?
Oh God. Honestly, shocking. I mean, it didn't really hit me until I went back to visit a few years ago before the pandemic. We went home, and so we were back in Atlanta. We were actually in Atlanta because we'd obviously flown in there, and I ordered a like a fried chicken finger salad. The word salad just out the window. The ranch dressing, the cheese, and the thing comes out. And it was just like, wow, I had forgotten. It was just massive. And then she brings me this sweet tea, and I hadn't had proper sweet tea in years. She brings me this cup that's this big because they're large. They're large over here, Rich, at McDonald's. If you go to McDonald's here, their large is about that big.
Yeah.
Oh, medium.
Yeah, I mean,
That's medium.
exactly. If that. But the
Oh,
large
wow.
at home, as you know, is like flipping, yeah,
Big goal.
crazy.
Okay, but we must have some good foods here that you don't have over there that you've discovered.
Yeah, totally. So I love Yorkshire puddings. I love all the pasties. Pasties.
Pasty.
Pasties, is that how you say it? Pasty.
Pasty, yeah.
So Rich won't really know, I don't think, unless it was just a southern thing that they don't really do pasties. But so here there's all these shops like Greg's and just loads of mom and pop shops, aren't there?
Yeah, with
So just
sausage
have all
rolls
these
and stuff.
sausage rolls and all these different like fried little pie. I say pie, but Rich is going to think something else when I say pie because I used to think that it's not sweet.
Oh, you talking about, because I just watched one of your TikToks and you was like mince pie and it's beef with
Oh yeah, mince pie.
crust.
Now that's a sweet one. That's a
Yeah.
sweet one. But I did
don't
think
like
it was going to be
those.
like I thought because it said mince, they called hamburger meat mince meat over here, which is like I was like, what is going on? They
Did
think it's
you
crazy
like the
that
mince
we call it
pie?
hamburger meat.
Did you like the
Yeah,
mince
I
pie?
really liked it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I liked it. But I
Mm.
like everything though. I like everything. But I love y'all's like the proper Yorkshire like Sunday roast dinner. It's
Mhm.
amazing. You know,
Mm.
with they have something called cauliflower cheese. I'd never heard of that. So like how we have broccoli cheese,
Yeah.
they do cauliflower cheese, which is really nice. And then they do this like roasted honey glazed parsnip stuff. Yeah,
I
they
love
just do
them.
some other veggie stuff that I really, really like that I
Oh,
hadn't
wow.
never had.
Healthy
But they
stuff that
don't
you
have
don't have on the States.
that we don't have in the States. But then they don't have some stuff, some really core sort of like me growing up in the South. I grew up on like cornbread, collard greens, mixed greens. That was like we had that every Sunday for years of my life, and that's not a thing here. They just don't use cornmeal here, Rich. It's really weird. There's no corn
Oh, no
dogs, there's no
cornbread?
cornbread. No, it's just not
Ah.
used. I don't know why. It's just
Maybe
not,
you
I don't
should
even know if you could
open.
go to the grocery store.
Maybe you should open a restaurant or a tea room or something, and get it going. Start a trend.
Call it the Peach.
Yeah, Yorkshire,
Yeah.
no, the Leeds Peach. There
But
you
what
go.
we have here, we have a restaurant called the Peach Tree.
Oh, nice. I could take that if I could get the
Yeah.
right.
Copyright though.
I'm
Well,
far
yeah.
enough away. I'm far enough away.
Well, yeah, you could
She
open
said
like
I'm
a
far enough
sister
away.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a
We have
business
a
idea
restaurant.
going on here. I love it.
I do miss
Yeah.
cornbread though. It was such a staple in the South, and then it's just
Yes, it
it's just
is.
not a
It's
thing here.
it's so much a staple of the South.
And like
Cornbread,
Thanksgiving is
honey
coming
and
up, as you know.
biscuits.
Thanksgiving's coming up, and there'll be no dressing or anything like that here, obviously, because they don't have cornbread. So it's just different. They have stuffing, but it's nothing like dressing.
Oh, I can't
Yeah.
stand stuff.
Yeah.
Now she said that y'all don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
No.
Do
No.
do you celebrate Thanksgiving?
No,
For
I
like
think
your
my husband and I,
child?
like the first year that we were here, I think we did. I think we went and got like I tried to do like a mac and cheese and tried to do some traditional stuff. But then after that, it just kind of faded away. And I don't even think I realized it was Thanksgiving. Like I was just like, oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I don't do, so we don't do it anymore. Yeah.
Have
Or
you been
or
to the
4th of
seaside and
July.
had fish and chips?
Yeah, I've been to the seaside and had fish and chips many times. Yeah.
Would
really nice.
Would you rate it for Rich?
Fish and chips at the seaside. Oh, 9.5 out of 10, I would say.
Woo!
Ooh. I
It's
mean,
beautiful.
it's a must have.
Rich's
Like
other
Captain
thing he
D's on
wants to have.
steroids.
Sorry, carry on.
I said it's like Captain D's on steroids. You never really had proper fish and chips until you've had it over here, Rich. It's not, they just don't do it like that in the States. Like I'd only ever had kind of Captain D's as fried fish.
Yeah, I know
I
what
never had
Captain
any
D's are. Yeah.
you know Captain D's. But no, this is like proper, like you got to have it wrapped in the newspaper and all that. It's
with a
cool.
little wooden fork.
Yeah, definitely with a seagull chasing you.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's not authentic.
Exactly.
The other thing Rich always says he wants to try is a fry up. Out of everything.
Everything fried. Yeah, just like the full English breakfast. That blew my mind. I traveled from for work, and I can remember seeing the first breakfast buffet with the full English. Rich, they had their baked beans. That's what they eat for breakfast on the breakfast buffet. Baked beans, tomatoes, like whole tomatoes, just sitting there cut in half, cooked. Mushrooms, cooked mushrooms. All this was on the breakfast thing. I was just like, oh, what is going on? And now I love it. All of it. I love
She said, now I love it.
Well, it's funny how it's done differently, because he went for breakfast the other day and I said, oh, what are you going to have? And he went, oh, I'm having baked oats. And I was like, oh, how boring.
Baked oatmeal. She's like, baked oats.
No, that wasn't the one. So let's talk TikTok, because that's where we stumbled across you. Did you, because you've literally blown up. So did you literally, was that your intention when you went on TikTok? You thought, let me go viral and get famous?
No, God, not at all. No. So we're going into the pandemic. So we're talking, 2 years ago now, almost. And I randomly, oddly, it was KFC that triggered my first video, because Rich, I went in and asked for chicken fingers, and they don't use the term chicken fingers here.
Yeah.
And so when the guy at KFC said, I don't know what, we don't have chicken fingers, what are, I don't know what I mean. I thought it was hilarious. And so I just got in the car, and they called them chicken goujons.
What?
Yes, and so, but I thought it was Goulion. So I got in the car and said, like, I was totally like believed in myself as well. I was just like, I've just been to KFC. Yeah. Like I was like, they don't have chicken fingers here. They call them chicken Goulions. And all of the UK was just like, like chicken Goulion. It's not Goulion, you idiot. It's Goujon. It's Goujon. And I was like, oh my God, is it Goujon? So I went to bed literally one night with like 50 followers and woke up with like 7,000. It was just ridiculous.
Who knew all it took would be a chicken finger?
Yeah,
chicken finger. Yeah, that's what we say. Chicken fingers. Yeah, chicken fingers. And the KFC here just didn't have a clue what. Yeah, just wouldn't say chicken finger here. But Rich, they say fish fingers, whereas we say fish stick.
Fish
stick. Oh wow!
How
fish sticks.
We say fish sticks. Yeah, y'all say fish fingers, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't like.
Somebody was arguing, then somebody was like, "Well, chickens don't have fingers," and I was just like, "Well, do fish?" Mic drop.
Right. The other thing sorry, carry on.
It just kind of took off from there. So that was the kind of first one I posted, was sort of UK US thing.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, I might be onto something here. So I just kind of started like, just noticing things and just recording different things, food, traffic, some serious stuff, about healthcare. And
you did one about your driving, and it was hilarious.
Oh God.
Because your little laugh is funny. You just be like, you just like, all right, here we go.
That weird little laugh.
Yeah.
It comes out quite naturally. I don't know where it comes from. It's quite strange, but yeah, no, driving just really blew my mind, because the roads over here, Rich, are still made for a horse and carriage. They have no, because we have so much space. Our highways, as you know, just keep getting bigger and bigger. We just keep adding lanes. There's nowhere to go here.
They just added a 4-lane. They just added a 4-lane to our main road.
Yeah.
Not too far from here.
And you guys have the space to do it, and we just don't. And so the roads are just tiny, and so you're just like, all day long, you just kind of playing chicken with other people. You're driving towards people.
Have you driven down a single country lane yet? Just a one laner?
Yes, and nearly had a panic attack, and pulled over and called my husband to help me and come get me. Yes. Oh God, I can't even cope. Like I avoid them at all costs.
Honestly, Rich, there's country lanes. It's
Now,
country
how
lanes,
are
a
the
single track, and there's only like every now and then there's like a cutout at the side. So basically, if you end up meeting someone head on, someone has to reverse back till they get to a cutout to let the other person past.
Go. Yeah, so you
And
play
then-
chicken all the way like that, Rich, and then at the last minute, you just pray that somebody has the sense to move over. Honestly, I've never seen that. Every day could be your last moment.
All right, now how is, because you say you have a child, how is the school system compared to our school system? Because I think we had an episode where we talked about her schooling versus our schooling. Like we have pre-K, kindergarten, pre-K, kindergarten, elementary, middle school, high school.
Yeah, it's so different, isn't it? Here, I haven't even got my head around it, and because I've only have Lucas, only have one son, and I've only ever experienced their school system here as being a mom. I don't have a lot to, just from what my friends say, but I have my experience to compare it to.
Right.
Yeah, so they call it here in Leeds. I don't know what they say where you're from, Soph, but they say foundation or reception. That's kindergarten.
Yeah.
Foundation, and then they say years. So they say year 1, year 2, year 3. But my son being 7, he's already in year 3, so he's already in 3rd grade. And for a 7-year-old, that's quite. So they're in school a year before here.
Yeah.
So he started proper school, not pre-K. He started proper school at age 4.
Yeah,
which was a bit weird. He was like this tiny little thing going to school in his little uniform. I was like, oh my god.
Does he have an accent, or does he just have an English accent? How does he?
He sounds very Yorkshire. They pick things up mostly from their friends, don't they? So he says mommy like that.
Isn't it in Yorkshire when they say all right my duck? They call people duck, don't
some
they?
places we don't say my duck in Leeds, but I think that's down. I can't remember what city it is. Somewhere around here they say it though. It changes, and it's weird, and it changes from county to county here. But yeah, so he's picked up some things. He'll still say, like sometimes he'll say, "Can I have some cookies?" Every once in a while, he'll just slide back into the way I say things. But I've switched over on some things as well. So now I strictly just say crisps if I mean crisps.
Chips?
No, Chris.
No. Chips are definitely fries now, Rich. They just are. I know. He's like, oh.
But even then, fries.
I think I wouldn't even talk to the first couple of days.
Fries are the skinny ones. Chips are fatter than fries.
Yeah. This is true.
Oh yeah. I think I won't even say this. I think I would just nod and shake my head for the first couple of days.
That's kind of what I did. I stumbled a lot. And the money was different as well. So they used to ask me for the money, and I would just put like some change in my hand and let the person grab it out because I didn't know what was going on. Honestly.
Have you got into any sticky situation with the different words for things? Because every week I'd have a conversation with Rich and he says, peace out. And I say to him, oh my God, no, it's this way. Don't do that. That's like bugger off.
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah, that's like the FU. Yeah. So they have 2 ways of saying FU, like in traffic, and we only had the one way. So I had to learn that, definitely. But I've mixed up all kinds of stuff. So Rich won't know what this one means, but this is, I invited people around for a housewarming party, and they have the word gaff, so that means house.
Yeah, it comes from a gaff.
But they also have another word that's
gash. You can say it, we're allowed. You know, for your lady garden, sometimes they call it
a gash.
Yeah.
Which I had no idea of either one of those.
Please say you didn't say come over to my gash.
Warming party, yes.
I know everybody's looking at you like.
Well, I said it in a WhatsApp group. That I actually named the WhatsApp group. My British friend, but they all messaged each other and said, just let her go with it. Just let her do it for about a week or 2 before we tell her. I'm like, oh my God.
Wow.
It's hilarious. Thank goodness it was just all close friends. But yeah, I used to get things mixed up all the time. I still do. Still just always getting things mixed up. And I say bloody heck a lot, and people are like, I don't think it's bloody heck. I think you have to either go with bloody hell
Yeah.
or just not do it at all. You can't say bloody heck.
Well, you can make up your own words. We do it all the time.
Yes, we do. We do it all the time. So
Rich, do you have
besides,
plans to like come over and visit and stuff?
oh yeah, I have plans on coming to visit. But after listening to YouTube, I'll be doing this right here. I'll probably be scared to talk.
I honestly think he thinks I make some things up, you know, and sometimes it's hard to explain stuff. Like, have you had Branston pickle in the jar?
Yes, it's amazing.
But he said to me, what is it? And I was like, well, you just put it in your sandwich, you know.
It's just, yeah. Oh, what could I say? It is kind of rich. So rich to you, it would be like a relish.
Yeah, I like relish.
Yeah, it'd be
Love
like
it.
a relish. Yeah, but they say that they use the word pickle really weird over here. So a pickle is a thing in the States. It's a gherkin.
Gherkin, yeah.
Yeah, and they say
Yeah.
gherkin, whereas we say, I think sometimes we say gherkin, but I think we only mean the sweet ones, but they say it for all of them.
Oh,
Yeah, but then they call some condiments, they call them do you want to try this pickle? And they mean it's a relish for us. It's relish.
oh.
Yeah.
Now I got better sense of what it is. It's relish. You put it on a hot dog.
Can I ask?
Like relish. Like
can
put on
I
a hot
ask
dog,
you,
yeah.
Lisa? Do you put the tea bag or the water or the milk in first if you make tea?
If I'm making my husband's tea, because he's a proper Yorkshireman, I do it the way he likes, which is tea bag first, then the milk,
Yes.
like you're supposed to do it. But if I'm making it for me, I don't. First of all, I'll put two tea bags in because I don't have the patience to wait for it to whatever that word is, y'all.
To brew. You can't wait for the tea to brew.
I can't wait. And then I put the milk in, and then I get the color, and I just dip the bag over and over until I get the color I want. I'll do it. That's a good point, Soph. I'll do a video of making my tea, and I'll put it on TikTok. I'll get the Brits will actually probably disown
Well,
me.
yeah,
Tea over here, Rich, is the way of life.
Two tea bags has blown my mind.
Well, she told me, she said tea with milk, and I went, ugh, no.
But he said he told me he has coffee with creamer, and I was like, "What's creamer?"
Yeah, and
oh
she
God,
was like,
creamer.
what
I do
is
miss
creamer?
creamer, Rich. Oh, they don't have liquid creamer here, Rich. Oh, I miss it. I do miss it.
Yes.
Oh,
I
it's
was
just
like, yo,
it's
I'm
just
sitting
not
here
a thing.
I'm drinking my coffee with creamer, and she's like, creamer? What is that? I was
Creamer,
like, it's
yeah.
flavored creamer. What is that?
So I have to actually type in because I couldn't figure out. You can get it the powdered version, but that's it over here, Rich. You can only get the powder. You can't get the cold ones.
Oh,
It's a shame. I know. I used to love the Coffee Mate French vanilla. Oh, so nice.
yes. Hazelnut is for me.
Hazelnut
And
but
French
no,
vanilla.
just not a thing. They just do because I think so many people drink tea. They're just not coffee focused. I don't think really. So, oh God, yeah.
Well, other things besides sun do you miss about the States?
I mean, I really do prefer it here. I'll be honest. I think my story and my situation is quite unique.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. She's like, wait a minute.
But
I do miss
some days, you know, when I'm feeling extra lazy, no offense, but I do like because we only have kind of where I'm at in my village. There's one drive-through restaurant, and that's it. That's all there is in my area. And sometimes I'll think, gosh, I would love to have the Zaxby's, the Taco Bell, all the different options of drive-throughs.
Yeah.
But then I think actually, when I think about my jeans fastening on the morning, I think actually it's probably the best thing that I don't have those options.
Is yours a Mackie D's? Your drive-through?
It's a Mackey's, yeah. So we say Mackey's over here, Rich. They got me saying Mackey's.
Yeah, Mackie D's.
Yeah.
Mackie D's.
Yeah, or just Mackey's. Yeah, I'm just going to get a Mackey's. Yeah.
Oh wow, man, that is so amazing. So she said, "I'd rather," and I'm not hating on you. She says, I'd rather stay here than to be back on the block. I'm not mad at
you. Yeah. Well, it's not to get too deep. I know we want to keep everything light or whatever, but like I got pretty screwed and everything by like sort of because I'm quite open about being in recovery and I've been sober for almost 10 years and I had prescription pill addiction that was kind of, well, it was fed, as you know, Rich, it was a huge problem with opiates and that in the early 2000s. And doctors overprescribing and the whole opiate epidemic. Well, I was in the middle of that. And so I ended up with a really bad addiction and tons of medical bills and that whole thing. So I don't think I have the best experience to go by. And then I come over here. And not only, no doctor would ever give you any kind of medication like that over here. It's too dangerous. They just never do it. And so I appreciate that. And then I also appreciate the fact that nobody sent me an invoice. It's just like, wow. Yeah, you didn't turn me into an addict or bill me.
No bill.
This is great.
No bill. No bill.
No addiction, no bill. Yeah, exactly.
Win-win.
Good for you. Good for you. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So do you think you will stay here then? You and your family? Do you think you'll stay here?
Well, I mean, my husband makes a good point. We literally live across the street from where he went to high school. And he's like, how the hell did I marry an American and end up across the street from the high school? So he's lived in this village literally for 30 years. And he's like, I would like to branch out and go try it over there. So I think in a couple of years, he wants to go try it. I don't think we'll go back to my hometown specifically, but just to be close to mom and dad, because I do have mom and dad there. We'd probably go back to the big city. So we probably would be in Atlanta as opposed to Columbus.
Yeah.
But
I have family who live in Atlanta.
All right, cool.
Close to Atlanta.
See, I find it bizarre that American people, when they say they're going on holiday, it just seems to be to a different part of America. Like they don't branch out, and see a different part of the world.
No, definitely. So for somebody in Georgia to say I'm going to California is like y'all saying I'm going to Egypt. That's so far for us. Do you know what I mean? Because the flight from Georgia to California is the same hours to get from here to the UK. I mean, from the UK to Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's how. So it's like, what? Cannot process.
No, because we have another friend who sometimes comes on the show, Jay Reese. Where is he? Can you remember where he is, Rich? Is he in Virginia?
Tennessee, I think he said.
But he said it's like 10 hours from where Rich is, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. What? Yeah, it's mental. Because people assume that I've seen every state because I'm from the States, and I'm like, no, I've only seen about 5 or 6 states because they're far away. They're really far away.
They're big and they're far away.
Have you been to London much while you've been here?
I used to go quite often with work. So before I kind of moved here, I did.
What do you think about it compared to the country?
It's totally different. Well, oh my gosh. Well, the first time they sent me to the well, not to the UK. Yeah, no, the first time they sent me to the UK, I was meant to go to London, and I ended up being sent to Swindon. I did a whole TikTok about that. So basically, Rich, it'd be like telling somebody that they were going to be sent to New York and ending up in Podunk, Alabama somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, no hate to Swindon and whoever sees this. I love Swindon. It's great. But that was the difference. I was like, oh, where's the Queen? Where's the shows? Where's the theater houses? There was nothing. It was like just literally just
farm.
Like, well, it was just Swindon. Yeah, it was just like, what's happening? Where's everything at? So yeah, that was a shock. I saw like the true UK before I saw London.
But when you went to London, did it live up to what you thought it would be like?
Totally. Yeah, totally. Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
I'm going. I'm coming. I've been sold.
Great. But it's like saying, it's Rich. It's like saying, like, because I have a lot of people comment on my videos and like, oh, we do have that New York. Yeah, we have that New York. And I'm like, oh, saying New York is America is not really fair. And it's the same kind of with London. You can't say London's the UK because it's like not at all. If you think the rest of the UK is like London, it's just not. It's like saying Pennsylvania is like New York City. It's just,
and it's not.
It ain't. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it's not a true representation of what Middle America is really like. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You've given him the UK bug.
Yeah, it gave me the itch.
Great. We'll definitely have to go for fish and chips on the seaside when you get over here, Rich. Definitely. Where are you, Soph?
I am in Buckinghamshire, like just about 20 minutes outside London, in a town
Okay,
called
that's
High
really close to
Wycombe.
London. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
she lives in High
go in the-
Wycombe.
everyone thinks I have a Cockney accent, but I haven't. If you go to London, like it's much
can
thicker
really hear
and
it.
a lot different
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah. Rich, do you think when you hear British people, can you hear the different accents from the north and the
Yes,
south?
I can.
Can
Because
you?
we have, she has a number of friends from different parts. And
Okay.
when she talks versus when they talk, you can tell the
You can hear
difference.
it.
I can even
Yeah.
hear the difference in yours versus hers.
Yeah, because mine is now a hybrid mix of southern Georgia mixed with northern England. Which is just
She, instead
so
of calling it a
odd.
southern twang, it's a southern English twang.
It's a peach
People are
twang.
like,
That's all we need to know.
it ends up sounding somehow I end up sounding Irish. That's what I get more than anyway. People are like, "What part of Ireland are you from?" And I'm like, "What? Been to Ireland." So it's funny. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting for it to go on TikTok and see that blue tick next to your name because that's coming up.
oh, that's so kind.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
yes.
That's so kind.
That's definitely
Yeah.
coming up.
It's been a
Did
crazy
you-
little journey. Yeah, it's been crazy. I never thought anything like this would happen, but it has, and I've kind of just embraced it. And because I lost my job because of the pandemic, the
Oh.
TikTok thing kind of came in when that went away. So I mean, gosh, everybody was just so isolated in the house, couldn't leave,
Mhm.
and TikTok kind of was an outlet in a way to connect with people. So it kind of happened at a really good time when the
You also
things kinda came off the
have an
ground.
Instagram as well, am I correct?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I started that purely on the back of I was never a huge Instagram fan. I don't take pictures of my avocado toast and post like I'm just not that that's just not kind of who I am. But it's a good way from a business perspective. It's quite a good channel, and for people reaching out, you can't reach out to people on TikTok unless you both follow each other, as you know. So you can't send a
Right.
direct message. So for DMs and all that, I did create an Instagram, and it's quite good for brands and stuff like that. If somebody wants to get in touch, but and send me free food, which I always say yes, please.
Is that your main like job stroke income now? The whole social media.
Well, I mean,
Celebrity.
it is for now, but I'm really itching to go back to I'm in marketing. I was in marketing before, and I miss. A lot of people love this working from home thing, but I quite miss the office and the banter and going to lunch and just I don't know, having
Yeah.
a life outside of being in this house all the time.
Yeah.
So I think in the new year, I think I'm going to go back part time. Yeah, I miss it. I just miss having that face to face. I'm such a people person. As much
But
as I
you
love.
can't
Now-
stop the TikTok because I jumped into one of your lives the other day and there was like hundreds of people and the comments were blowing up and I put I can't wait to see you on Sunday and it was gone and I was like, God, you're never going to see that. So I
Where'd it go?
literally
Yeah.
I wrote it like 5 or 6 times and then in the end you were like,
I did see it
hi,
then.
Soph. And I'm like, yes, just wanted to see it.
Yeah, I did see it in the end. Yeah, they do come up so fast, and people get so angry. They're like, "Oh, why haven't you responded?" I'm just like, "I can't see it. I can't see it."
Yeah. Now the crime over there is a lot different than here. We just had the whole Kyle, what's the name
I
trial
saw
that
it.
went on. Did you
Yeah.
follow that over there?
A little. The only reason I did is because I would scroll TikTok quite often, and it would be somebody was filming it. It was like a live
Yeah.
ABC have a channel, and so I
Yeah.
saw a bit of it that way. But I had no clue. I was like, "What is going on?" And so then I researched what had happened and what it was about and everything. And like, I don't know enough about it to kind of have an opinion on it. But I was just like,
Yeah.
"Wow, whoa, really intense
Yeah, it
stuff."
was really intense. But y'all don't like we had a episode where we talked about crime and punishment and guns versus and being that there's no guns allowed over there
No.
versus here.
Rich, it blew my mind. I'll be honest. I did feel scared going back to Atlanta, and you know, Atlanta being from 48 hours, the show 48 hours. It's like fucking,
Yeah.
but it's quite high, really, really high crime. So I didn't realize how safe I felt here until I went back home to visit and just kind of walking to my car at night, looking around me, thinking, because the thing is, I mean, do people get robbed and stuff here? Of course they do, and
Yeah.
there's knife crime, but knife crime you're probably gonna live through it. You know, if you get shot,
Yeah.
the chances go down quite drastically.
Yeah.
So it's just a
True,
different, it's
true.
just a different mentality, you know, and just like
Yeah, yeah.
everybody having guns and police officers having guns. Like here, when you get pulled over, it's really chilled out. Like it's just like they get out of their car, Rich. Like you can, if I got pulled over, I could get out and like shake the police officer's hand. Like in the States, you don't move. You're just like,
Yeah,
oh,
you're not
oh,
allowed. You're not
you don't
allowed to
move.
get out,
You
and
don't
you're
even
too
reach.
scared to.
No, you don't move. Like you wouldn't even reach for something out of your handbag. Or adults, you would think like
Yeah.
you're gonna get a gun pulled on you. I would be terrified getting pulled over in the States. But
But
here, it's a real just chilled out.
all of
You're
our
right, mate. Like,
officers, most of our officers don't even have tasers here. Like you have to have a
no,
license or a whatever
No.
it is to even have a taser.
Wow.
no.
And honestly, I swear to God, he thinks I make half this stuff up, you know. And I'm like, no, honestly, this is what happens.
No.
Well-
I haven't seen or known anybody that's been shot or has a gun or seen a gun since I've been here. It's been 8 years, and I don't know anybody who owns a gun.
Okay, the only time I've seen a gun is when I went to Windsor Castle and the Queen's Guards are stood with a gun.
Oh, right,
That's
fine.
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
You have to excuse
Whereas my
Rich. He
friends back
yawns all the
home-
time. He constantly yawns. He's
Oh,
not being rude.
don't worry.
Oh, thank you
But,
very much. I am a yawner. Okay.
But back home, I mean, all my friends have guns, and like hunting's a big thing and all that. And I just think,
Yeah.
it's just like not. Yeah, no, I can't even
Wow.
imagine. Yeah, totally different world.
Because hunting season is over here. Last week it was bow season. So everybody
Right.
was using archery. And then
Yeah,
you got the
yeah.
rifle season, and then after that,
Yeah.
who knows?
And like you can drive around and see a dead deer on the back of somebody's truck. It's quite common in Georgia. I don't know about Pennsylvania, but here,
Yeah,
if
it's
you were
common
driving
here
down-
too.
Yeah, if you saw that in England, you would call the RSPCA, and the person would
Someone
go to
will
jail.
come collect
You
it.
can't be
or-
driving. You can't kill a deer. It's just not a thing.
Wow.
Yeah, you just like they're like a thing of beauty, and it's nature, and you can't, like, nobody would even dream of killing a deer.
And you
Just
know
like-
what? Do you have swans in the States?
Swans?
Swans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you
we
can't
have
you
swans.
can't kill a swan over here because they're the Queen's birds. So you would go to jail if you killed a swan.
Well,
Oh, no,
you
we
can't
eat a
kill
swan back
swans
home in
over.
Georgia.
You can't kill swans over here either.
Can you not?
Well, that's something we got in common then.
Yeah, you
Maybe.
can't kill swans over here, or eagles, or any of those.
People
Majestic
do a lot of
birds.
duck hunting though, but I think it's just got to be plain old ducks.
Oh, Yorkshire Peach, I'm concerned about the time because we've kept you quite a while.
Oh, is
So
it late? Right.
you're
no
definitely
worries.
going to have to come back. And when you
Oh
get
yes,
the blue,
most definitely.
when you get the blue tick and go
Definitely.
famous, please don't forget about us.
Oh, don't. It's harder than it seems, but I'm not worried about it. It's one of those things. I just kind of go with it and just be me. And if the numbers come, they come. If not, I've
You
got
keep
a
being
nice
you.
little following.
Yes,
Keep being you.
you're
Don't
literally
change.
fabulous.
And don't forget about
Definitely.
us.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and thanks for saying you like the UK better.
Well, you only need to watch my TikTok, and it's like I just crushed the American dream.
No, because everyone's going to want to come now. It'll be on the it'll be on the news in a couple of months' time. UK has got a surge of US people wanting to move over here.
You would be so surprised the amount of people, Americans, that message me and private message me and say, "Oh, how do I get over there? I've just watched your TikTok." Because people are worried about, especially people. It's quite sad because some people are like quite sick and they want to come over because of the NHS and they can't pay their bills, and it's sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad that that's the reason why people would want to come.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
can't afford to. Yeah, it's sad, but
Well,
You
we
guys do have
can't
the
wait
fun,
to
so.
see the TikTok about the tea making.
yeah, I'll do it. Now I'll get so much hate, but I don't care. I'm here for it. I don't care. If
Listen,
you're not getting hate,
you
you're
know
not
what,
getting great. That's my
right?
motto.
And people told us when we had, I can't remember how many shows in we were, but we were mortified when we got a hate. We've done 104 shows, I think now. When we were like 20 shows in, we got a hate and we were mortified. And someone said, listen,
no.
He
you've
was
not made-
mortified.
Okay, I was mortified. But they said, you haven't made it if you don't have haters. And we were like,
If you're
Okay,
not
fine.
getting hate, you're not getting great. This is a motto of mine. I've come up with this and I live by it.
We're going to
If you're
use
Yes.
that.
not getting hate, you're not getting great. It's just
Okay.
true.
I've got a pen. I'm
Yeah,
going to write that down.
it's just true. And the more like sort of as your following grows, if people aren't envious, then you're not doing something right. Do you know what I mean? If someone's
Yeah.
not mad at you, then you're not doing it right.
Exactly.
That's how it goes. Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
well, thanks so much for
Oh,
joining
well,
us.
thank you
Thanks guys
so
so much.
much.
I enjoyed this.
For sharing some time with us.
I mean,
Oh,
really
thanks so much for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
do feel free to go to YouTube and subscribe.
Oh, are you guys on your channel? Yeah, I'll definitely go
Yeah,
on.
look at that. We got merch and everything.
Yeah.
We're gonna hook you up. Don't worry. We always hook up our guests with a
Nice
load of
one.
merch.
We always hook up our guests.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, send me something definitely, and I'll have it in my lives and stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh yes. You can definitely come again.
She said definitely come again. Yes, thank you so much for coming and
Thanks so much, guys.
sharing
Thank
your
you.
experience.
I appreciate it. Have a good evening.
And you.
Hey, you do the same.
Take
All right.
care. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, my
Oh man,
God.
that was a treat.
I
You
loved
can't tell me that wasn't a treat.
Loved
That
her.
was awesome.
I felt the only annoying thing is I felt like there was a bit of a delay. Like she would talk at the same time as one of us, you know. So I
Yeah.
felt like there was a bit of delay. But to be fair, she's in Leeds. I mean, how I literally chucked myself under the bus there. I didn't know Leeds was in Yorkshire.
Well, now you know.
Leeds is like a city. Yorkshire is countryside, I thought.
Oh,
But it's
well,
true what they
now
say. You learn something new every day.
learn something new every day.
Remember, not getting hate means you're not getting great. That is the bit. I love a little nugget, and that is my nugget from today's show.
Is that your nugget from today's show?
Yes, courtesy of the Yorkshire Leeds Peach.
Yes.
Oh my God, she's definitely have to come back. I feel like we could have spoke to her for ages, but obviously that we every time someone comes on the show, we're taking up time in their evening, and she literally was like, okay, I've got this time slot, and we were like, right, we're gonna go with it. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, when that time's up, I don't want to like keep people.
Yeah, well, she was a delight. Thank you again for coming on our show.
Yes, and we're definitely hooking her up with merch.
Oh yeah, without question. Without question.
Especially if
she's going to put it in her TikTok.
Everyone loves free advertising, right?
Yes. And if you do like our show, like we told her, don't forget to click like and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
I can't believe she sent out an invite saying, come round to my gash.
I know, right?
To be fair, I don't know if someone sent me that message. I don't know if I would have literally wet myself laughing or be mortified. I don't know which way around to look at it.
I think you would have laughed, and then you probably would have helped her out.
Oh yeah,
You're
definitely.
that type. You're that type of person.
I'm definitely a laugh first. Down I'm after. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. You're right.
Yeah, because you're that type of person. I don't think you would let her.
Yeah, you know, like if someone's got lipstick on their teeth or like something food stuck in their teeth and they carry on talking and no one says anything, I'm the first person to say, yo, you know.
Yeah, you got a little green.
Or like, you know, if a lady's got her skirt tucked in her knickers by accident when she comes out of the toilet, I'll be like, yo, get that gash tucked in. No, I wouldn't.
Hey, you got your stuff tucked into your knickers. Might want to fix that.
I'll just say it's a bit breezy out here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Look at you. You're having a good time, aren't you?
Oh, right, I am.
All right. Well, that being said, this is Soph.
This is Rich.
And we are from across the pond. Across the pond, Rich and Soph. All right, now holler at me if you're ready to go. Across the pond, Rich and Soph. All right, now holler at me if you're ready to go. Across the pond, Rich and Soph. All right, now holler at me if you're ready to go. Across the pond, Rich and Soph. All right, all right.
She misses creamer. What can you say?
Yeah, she misses French vanilla. We're gonna have to send her some.
To be precise, yeah. Well, this is the thing. Normally, if somebody's a guest on the show, we send them sweet treats from whatever opposite end they're from. So I was thinking,
But
well,
she's from both of ours.
that's what I mean. So we can't really send her any sweet treats. We just have to send her some merch.
Yeah, which is a good thing. She said she was gonna throw it in one of her TikTok lives.
Maybe she'll do the one where she makes the tea in our mug.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
All right, Rich. Well, I'm going to see you Wednesday for a meeting. We'll see these lot on
Yes.
Friday for Fun Friday.
Fun Friday.
Yepper.
Yepper.